So I found myself a deal I just couldn't pass up. I'm sure you saw by the title and description that I got myself a new Dell refurbished laptop. So I got 45% off with one of their coupon deals, which brought this to around $360. Now, this is a pretty powerful laptop for that. So let's open it up and take a look at how these Dell laptops come, when they are refurbished, how they show up at your door, see how everything looks, how clean it is. I actually got a Xeon processor and a Quadro P2000 graphics card, which I mainly did for capturing within OBS, but we'll go ahead and test some games to see how it runs. So when you get a Dell laptop, this is how it comes packaged. So basically it comes packaged in this sort of plastic covering here and flip open and the laptop just slides out. So in the box, you basically have, your standard thank you, standard Dell stuff, and you have your power cable, which I'll set aside here, and then the laptop itself. Opening it up, basically I have this little bit of protective film on it. And here is the laptop itself. So I've already got a couple little fingerprints on there. So if I'm looking at the laptop itself, I can actually see just some really small scuffs. If you can kind of see the scuffs here, but I mean, it's just not noticeable. This is such a nice looking laptop right now. On the back, you do see the refurbished by Dell specification sticker, so you obviously know that it's refurbished, and it's a Precision 5530. So opening it up here, you can see that on the inside, it basically has kind of like a, it's not a carbon fiber, but you can see there used to be a sticker here. Probably had some kind of company sticker there or something like that. Being a 15.6-inch laptop, it has a pretty wide base here and a nice keyboard, touchpad, as always. I don't know if you can see it here, but basically the webcam is down here, down below. So it gives a little bit of a different look than having it up here on the bezel. So I went ahead and went through all the Windows setup process. So we're basically all set up with Windows and we are up and running. So this is an Intel Xeon E2176M CPU, 2.7 gigahertz. It came with 32 gigs of memory, a 1 terabyte SSD. It has the Intel UHD graphics, and it also has the dedicated NVIDIA Quadro P2000. So I went ahead and set up OBS with this, and one of the important things to note, and this is just a side note, is that when you're setting up OBS to record with like HVEC or NVENC, you want to change at the bottom of the settings, you're going to want to change it to GPU 2 because there are two GPUs in there. So GPU 1 would be the Intel card and GPU 2 would be the NVIDIA card. And that way you can go ahead and start using the NVIDIA card for encoding within OBS, if you use OBS, of course. So let's go ahead and do a couple of game benchmarks. You'll be able to see how fast it runs. I've got basically Hogwarts Legacy that I'll go ahead and see how that runs on this computer. That's a pretty graphics intense game, and I'm pretty sure that if this runs it, I'll be surprised, but we'll get an idea of what you can run. Well, surprisingly enough, I'm getting pretty decent frame rate. I'm not doing any effects or anything in particular, but with the Quadro on one of the more taxing games around, I'm pretty surprised that I'm getting this good of a frame rate. Right now I'm getting about 60. Let's jump up here in the air and see what we can see and how it really affects the frame rate. So yeah, we're jumping down to about 45 frames per second now. But all in all, with this laptop and this game, we're getting pretty decently between 40. There's a little drop to 32. Is probably while it's loading. So yeah, I mean, depending on the settings that you have, a simple laptop like this that cost me only $350 plays this Hogwarts Legacy great. Wow, so that actually played pretty decently. I'm surprised it could play a hardcore game like that. That really has been a game that should have some kind of power behind it. So having a nice little laptop be able to play games, to record OBS, to do all my stuff on is excellent. So the Dell Refurbished most definitely does not disappoint. I'll tell you what, I've bought multiple laptops from the Dell Refurbished site. I think this is about my fifth. Never have had a problem with them. Always worked well. Always make sure I get the 40 to 50% off coupon for whatever laptops that they have on there. Yeah, I'll put a link to the Dell coupon site down below. You can check that out all the time, see what's on sale, look at their inventory. But I think we got a great deal. It's working great. looks awesome, and I'm happy, and it's powerful. So from now, this is Carl from Technical Goodies, and I'm out.